it would.
I apologize profusely, Coach. I apologize. Summer Sturgis from Worthy Road Studio is in the house. Man, baseball cranked up all the way. Softball totally cranked up. What is going on with Worthy Road Studio and BallGame Blitz?
Baseball, and softball. It's been really crazy. I have to say, Freed-Hardeman girls did exceptionally well this year, so really proud of them. They're putting in, I guess they put in a bid to do the NAI tournament at Freed-Hardeman, so that's pretty exciting. Hopefully that'll happen.
Hey, y'all added some new people, haven't you? To the rotation, because y'all do a great job of keeping everybody updated on social media with your pictures.
Yeah.
And I saw some faces that I didn't recognize.
Oh yeah, I'm grateful because it's been necessary.
That's not a problem to have. That's a great thing. I know Paul's absolutely happy about that. Paul Schulze, manning the camera tonight, the founder of the feast, if you will, of Worthy Road Studio. All right, let's go over some numbers before we talk about what games you guys have got coming up. But BallGame Blitz has all their recent games on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. And I don't usually think about that, but now you're on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
So how do you find that on those? What do you go to?
You just go to Instagram, and I guess it's under BallGame Blitz. Worthy Roads is on there also, and then on Twitter, the same dynamic, same setup.
So here's what we've got for you. This fall, Jackson Christian, we're going to do a little bit of switching, if you will. Jackson Christian is going to be on 105.3. Last year they were on 93.1. This is all part of Grace Broadcasting, but they'll be on 105.3, and TCA will be on 93.1. That's a flip for those two schools. We'll still have both of those, but they'll be flipping stations. But we'll still be carrying all the action for that. So for the 2021 and 22, high school sports had over 200,000 views on Facebook for Peabody, Jackson Christian, and for TCA. That's almost 250,000, Paul. Could you ever believe that? I mean, this is not in its infancy stages anymore, but it's still fairly young. But I mean, those are big numbers in such a short amount of time, especially on the prep level. You don't really see that. But boy, we do now. And we're really excited about this year. I'm going to be doing something I've done once or twice, over the years. But I'm not going to be out at the ball game on Friday night. I'm going to be right here in the studio. In conjunction with you guys, the best in the business, BallGame Blitz, Worthy Road Studios. And we're going to be doing a prep red zone. We'll be doing it from right here. Bryce is going to be in here in the studio, manning the thing.
Exciting.
And we're going to have all the games that we're carrying, and we're going to give you live look-ins. We're going to do pregame shows in which you get the opportunity to hear from the voice of each one of the schools that we're carrying. One of them's right there across the table from me. That's Coach Joe, the voice of Jackson Christian. He's the voice of the Eagles. He'll do a quick call-in and a quick post-game show with us. He'll call in, and same for the other schools that we're going to be carrying. Obviously, the Trenton Peabodys, Jackson Christian, TCAs of the world. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more to that, and I'm going to be running it all from right here, and starting at 6 o'clock, and we'll talk to all those cats, and we'll have people calling in scores, and throughout the during the game, the regular season, I'll be hopping from one game to the next, and you'll be able to hear the coverage just like you would if you were watching the red zone. But you're going to get it on a high school level, and then after the games are over with, we'll do a call-in show and a post-game scoreboard, and get out of here about 10 o'clock. We'll have all the scores in there, and have talked to all the guys who called the games. And it's all going to be centrally located right here in the studio for a prep red zone that we're awfully excited to be doing. And of course, that only works because of the amazing work and technology that Paul and everybody associated with Worthy Road Studios does. And we certainly love being in partnership with you guys. And a lot of, if people only knew all the work and all the people that it takes to pull these things off, and that's why you said, like Chloe said, it was completely necessary.
It was really necessary. I'm so grateful.
To get it done. Now, during the school year, the YouTube channel had over 325,000. 325,000 views. You're almost up to 3,000 subscribers, which is quite a bit. So now, if they want to subscribe, what do they need to do for that?
You just go to YouTube and go to Worthy Road Studios and subscribe.
So find Worthy Road Studio on YouTube.
On YouTube,
and just click subscribe. That is amazing.
Click subscribe, and you won't regret it. There's just so much, as you said. I'm really excited.
Should be.
About what you're doing.
I know. It's never really been done like this.
I know. It's been so much fun.
I don't know of anybody doing this.
No.
Anywhere that I know of. Not around here.
She did the USJ Jackson Jackson Christian game with 9 cameras.
9 cameras, and you directed that?
Yes, she did.
And you've been in this business for almost a year now, and now you're directing
Since last
games
August,
with 9 cameras. And man, you just better. You need to hope the NFL doesn't come calling.
Tell them how stressful that is.
Oh, it's stressful, but I love it. I love it. I think it kind of like, in a weird way, it's very calming for me. But it is nonstop. It's mentally draining, but it's fun. I mean, it's fun, and I love the people that I work with.
Well,
I mean,
she's cool as a cucumber.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I feel like it's those 2 games we worked together last year.
Yeah, well, that was
really
like
got you ready for it.
Yeah,
and I'm just totally kidding about that.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, I did, because the way I learn the most is when there are like complications, no matter what it is. You know what I mean?
You came to the right place.
So, and I was telling Cameron guy Jamie, I was like, because we had a crazy game at Freight Hardeman, and I tell you, it really, I think that game really turned out so well, but we had probably everything that could go wrong went wrong, but him, me, and his wife Stephanie, I mean, I think I was really happy with that game.
And you just learned.
I learned. Yeah. That's where I learned everything. I mean,
baptism by fire.
That's right.
But look what it does. It's made you a fantastic producer.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for those times.
Your YouTube channel's had almost 3,000 views in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
In the last 2 days, y'all. My YouTube channel doesn't have that many, because I don't have a YouTube channel.
Nothing going on the last 2 days.
It wouldn't be
I know,
near that.
nothing's been going on. Like Paul said, nothing's been happening in the past 2 days.
So let's talk real quick about the upcoming schedule, what they can expect to see.
Yeah, so it's closing up, which is sad, but it'll be exciting for next year. But we've got Friday and Saturday of this week. Freed Hardeman will be playing versus Lindsey Wilson, and that's baseball. Starts at 5. Then also on the same day will be Peabody versus Union City. Will be baseball, of course, and that's at 6:30. And then also will be Jackson Christian, which Coach Joe versus Chester County, and that will start at 6. So also starting on Saturday will be Jackson Christian versus Germantown, and then Freed Hardeman versus Lindsey Wilson.
Well, at one time that would have been.
Well, that was like, you got 2 teams that have won state tournaments. Remember, Jackson Christian's won 2, and Germantown's won multiple state championships.
Yeah, I mean, they were at one point. They were.
When Bill Clark was there, they were the team.
They were ranked in the top 10 in the country, right? If I remember correctly, yeah.
Especially when Phil was there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Summer's going to direct a big game. That FHU versus Lindsey Wilson baseball game is a big time game.
Yeah.
It does have some bearing on things.
Yeah, they've been. I've overheard the talk on this game, so yeah.
I see that starting next week you've got a softball game with Jackson Christian in Arlington. Now, are all these games are they all home games? We all go to places like Arlington, and so they just do the home games?
Yeah, we're just doing
now in
games.
football we do travel.
Right.
Go to Columbia
And
Academy
basketball
is one of the places we got to go.
and basketball we travel.
Yeah, basketball we travel.
I'm seeing next week my sister's birthday. You got. I'm sure I won't see you. We got Jackson Christian baseball and softball on the same day. Is that right? You got Sacred Heart for softball or for baseball, and then USJ and Jackson Christian on the same day for softball at 5.
Yeah.
So that's back to back right there.
Yeah, it's serious.
And then wrap up next week with Dresden and Peabody baseball game.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and Summer has to work with a lot of people. She got the privilege the other day of working with the game master himself, Steve Beverly, in that softball game because the umpires didn't show up.
Yeah.
How
What do you like
mean?
that though?
They literally did not show
Well, they
up.
finally got there about an hour late.
Yeah, they had to work with one umpire. I guess no one. The people that were scheduled did not show up, so we sat for probably 2 hours before the game.
There for at least an hour and a half, probably
Steve
2.
Beverly,
She's
me,
probably
and
right.
the crew.
And
Yeah.
Steve, I had to go on over and do baseball because we started maybe a pitch or 2 before y'all ever got started, and y'all were supposed to play
Yeah,
at
because
5.
we were. Yeah, I was supposed to start that game and then go do the baseball.
Yeah,
But it
and
was.
we had the stream. I believe y'all were on the booster club of Jackson Christian
Yes,
and
sir.
Worthy
Yeah.
Road Studios. Is that right, Paul?
Yeah.
And then the other was on the BallGame Blitz and on we were on the regular Jackson Christian
High school
Facebook.
All right, so let's see. Let's make sure we point them in the right direction. Worthy Road Studios Facebook page is where you'll find all the broadcasts and their share. You'll find them all right there. If you only like sports, please visit the Facebook sports page called BallGame Blitz. That's if you're only interested in sports.
Yes.
Now, when people hear that, they say, wait, you do other things. What are those other things?
Oh, wow. Anything and everything, basically, that anyone would want broadcast or streamed.
Graduations.
Graduations are going to be going nonstop now. Paul even did Peabody's prom. It was really sweet because all
Did you really?
Yeah, he really
I
loved
wasn't
that.
there. I wasn't
He
there.
did. Well, we weren't there, but
We were together doing
we,
something.
it
We had a
was
crew.
done. Yeah, there was a crew. There was a crew there.
You
But
gonna start doing play-by-play for proms, coach? You gonna do that?
Man, I may be the speaker sometimes. You don't know
should.
that.
How does that go? Do like a little dry run over at the
On
pros.
speaker?
Yeah.
I read my index cards, sometimes called idiot cards.
you should do Jackson Christian. Who's doing Jackson Christian?
Well, they've already had their prom and banquet.
Well, the
Now,
graduation.
graduation now.
I thought it
I've
was
only
Sunday.
done one of those before, and they wanted me to come back, but it's back. Santa Fe's a wonderful place, and I can't get back up there often. But let's go over something. You got to work with Steve Beverly.
Yes, I did.
Now
Okay.
you tell me
Yes.
all the announcers that you have worked with right now,
Oh,
and
gosh.
check this lineup out, Bass.
Okay, well, we have the voice of the Eagles, Coach Show. We have Steve Beverly. We have Ray Pack also, from Freed Hardeman, with Michael Melanix, who is an amazing, amazing new guy coming in. Well, I don't know if he's very new, but he's very talented and has a definite future. Then we have Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard.
Dan Hughes and Terry. at
Dan
Peabody.
Hughes and Terry, yeah, that was one of my very, very first games was a Peabody.
Peabody, yeah.
Yeah, so I've worked with them one time, but yeah, I've worked with
Those two
I
have
feel
to
like
be
the
some of the
best.
most fortunate guys I've ever seen. Boy, especially with that football program. They called football games for a long, long time, and they had a run like nobody's business. And I promise you, especially when you're the voice of a particular team, when you have a run like they have, it's a lot more fun calling games.
I know it.
It's a
also
lot
have
more
Coach
fun
Butler.
calling games. You have a 3-time state champ in a row.
Yeah.
And Paul's got some of the best announcers around here. People that's been doing play-by-play for years, like Diamond Dave McCulley and Dan Hughes. Right there, you got state tournament
Yeah.
experience, state football championship experience. Steve Beverly has called championship basketball, and
You've had
Ray Pack.
Tom Britt down at
Tom Britt has worked with us,
Britt, yeah.
and will fill in on occasion. Tom was doing a baseball game with us at Freed Hardeman. Michael is the young guy. Terry is a great color man, and we've had Wesley Freeman work with us before, and we've got some great people. The color men, but and Summer works so well with each one of the play-by-play men, and we're all play-by-play men. We have our quirks and oddities, and she has to adjust to all of us.
You ever have to give them
Alexander
business to get
Bitterling.
out of line?
Alexander Bitterling.
And one
No.
more color man, Alexander Bitterling. You worked with Alexander that night.
Well,
Forgot
Bill
about
Hamilton
Alexander.
worked at one too, so it's been pretty exciting because there'll be, I guess, I don't know, people that will do stand-ins or something.
And all the out calls, this is what's great. Summer
Yeah.
goes great. Going to the change in the innings or whatever, all of us have a different out call.
Yeah.
And she has to adjust and remember that. And it would be nice if we did. And then she has to put up with me saying any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited.
No, I love that
You may
you
have
do
said
that.
this before. You may have said that before.
Only one.
I could
Yeah.
be wrong. All right, what else we need to get out there, guys?
I think that is, I'm missing anything.
We're doing a wedding this summer.
Yeah,
You're going to work boxing
doing
with
a
us
big,
this year, aren't you?
yes, I am.
Okay.
I am really excited about that this year, so I'll be really looking forward to that. But yeah, we got a wedding, we've got different stuff that I know, I have faith that there's going to be a lot popping up this summer anyway. So
So just because high school sports and some of the local college
No.
games are done, that doesn't mean, well, we'll just sit and hang out.
he
for a
has
while.
he's talked about some pretty cool stuff like drag
Well,
racing and
yeah.
Any rodeo? Is that do you?
We did a bull ride last year.
Yeah,
Bull ride last year?
Bull riding, you did. And in the past, Summer and Paul have done, what do you call it, when you model clothes and stuff? I can't.
Oh
Runaway?
yeah, well the loves for the like a boutique,
Yeah, for a
just
boutique.
selling for the COVID, since the COVID was so bad when it hit, people started selling their clothes online.
It was kind of like a home
online.
shopping network.
Kind of like that, kind
You
of
need me
like
to
your
do any modeling?
HGTV.
She was a
yeah.
model. She was.
Yeah, but I mean, like for men's clothing or something like that. You know.
We haven't done that.
To find that.
Throw that
Hey,
jacket. Throw
he's
that
the
jacket.
silky chinchilla.
Yeah, I could throw that jacket over my shoulder and right do this. That little Zoolander thing going on.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Schulze and Summer Sturgis from Worthy Road Studio and BallGame Blitz. And don't forget, you can find those games on WNWS.com. You guys are great. You already know that, though.
You also say.
You're great, and we love having you in here. Will we see you next Wednesday for summertime? Yay, maybe, possibly?
Yeah,
Maybe.
possibly.
It's not impossible, is it?
It depends on their schedule. Those two folks are busier than a cat covering up on a hot tin roof.
Covering up what?
We'll leave it at that, covering up on a hot tin
Here
roof.
we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul and Summer. Say bye.
That's it, Wayne.
Bye.